Hi there, this is the third video in this series and it's going to be called Setting Up. And I'm going to tell you how to set up semesters and then setting up your subjects and then putting those subjects into a timetable. Now you have to create this before you can actually start planning. It gets kind of to the big picture of the semester and then gets a little smaller into the subjects. And then you have to put them into a timetable so you can visually see them, and then you're going to click on each day and you're going to start lesson planning. So here's the entry dashboard. I like to go directly to the left-hand side navigation menu. I'm just going to click on semesters right now. Okay, now I'm going to add my fall semester. So I'm going to put fall 2018, and my semester starts on the 27th and it ends on November, I think it's November 30th. And I'm going to be teaching Monday to Friday. If you're teaching on weekends, that's okay. You would just check off Saturday, Sunday, and you hit create. Okay, so now you can see it's prompted me. It's done. It's kind of put me in the, the next step, which is to create the subject. So I'm simply going to click on this little plus sign and I'm going to add. Now, there's a subject. And it gives an example of an academic or an art. And then there's a non-teaching block. Non-teaching blocks are just kind of placeholders. So you can't edit them. So even if I want to add sort of maybe a lunch or something like that, I would actually schedule it as a subject, because if I want to put in notes, I could just click on it and I could make notes, say meet up with this person, or don't forget to photocopy that, or so I could visually see where my lunch is in my day, but I could also edit it as well and add notes to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. The first subject I'm going to say is, let's say planning. Okay, I'm going to have that every day. And it says here curriculum sets. That's a little bit more of an advanced feature. It would be uploading your course outlines and populating it with outcomes, and it's a little bit, it can be a little bit of a different way to assess, because we're not using the mark board. We're not going to be, matching mastery level outcomes and things like that. So don't worry about that for now. Here are sections, and right now I have one section defaulted to. If I wanted to add another section, it would be that I would have two classes of the same. So if I had two communications classes, one's at 10:30, one's at 2:30, I could put section 1 and section 2. So they would be timetabled separately, but I could actually create the lesson plans for both at the same time. So anyway, I'm just going to leave it for 1, and I'm going to hit save, and you can see my first planning section is there, and I'm going to add some academic subjects. So just to make it easy, let's do communications, because I know there's a lot of communication teachers out there. And I'm going to save it, and then let's do math for trades, so we don't start any fights between the departments. Math for trades, and we're going to save. Okay, so you can see I have a planning one, which I'm just going to put in first thing in the morning every day, so I can just kind of add some notes. And then there's communications, and then there's math for trades. I'm going to stop there. You can add pretty much as many as you want, as long as they're not going to end up being overlapping. So I'm going to timetable is the next thing I'm going to do. So I've set up my semesters, I've set up my subjects. Now I'm going to click and timetable. This will allow me to put in the times of my classes. So right now they're unscheduled. I'm going to click on schedule, and my planning is going to be from 7 to 8 every morning. And what I'm doing is I'm just highlighting this area, and I'm going to put in 8, and it will automatically jump my drop down to where I want it. It makes it a little bit faster for me. And I'm going to put in this planning every day of the week. And I'm going to schedule my class. Okay, now my communications is I'm going to put that on just Tuesday and Thursday. Okay, so day 2 and day 4. And I'm just going to highlight this. I'm going to put 8. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to put 11, because that's when my class goes. The drop off happens, drop down jumps to where I want it to be, and I'm going to schedule the class. Next, let's do math for trades, and that's going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And let's make that for 1, 2, 4. Okay, I'm going to schedule the class. Now, I have a visual representation of my schedule during the day. This really makes it easy for my head because this is how I think. I think in blocks of time when I think of my day. So I really do like this. If I wanted to, I can add a lunch period, and I can also add meetings. But that would not be sort of the intention of Planboard. Planboard is really more for your classes and your courses. You could use your Outlook calendar for meetings and things like that. So Planboard is really just meant for lesson planning. I'm going to hit save. And my semester is now all set up. The next video is going to address how to actually click into these and start lesson planning.